don't worry, we'll get to them. But our next guest is originally from New York City, where she began dancing at the age of 3, and by age 10 she was dancing the lead role of Clara in the American Ballet Theatre studio version of The Nutcracker. After completing her education, which included Carnegie Mellon along with other places, she returned to New York and started acting all over the place. She was in a TV commercial for Dristan. Do you remember Dristan? And Budweiser beer. And she appeared on ABC Television's Equal Justice opposite Sarah Jessica Parker. Among her regional credits, she played Adelaide in Guys and Dolls opposite Barry Williams. And she also shared the stage with Jill Claiborne and Jane Curtin. In 1993, she opened the Center for Fine Arts, where she Impact Center for Fine Arts, where she and her talented staff taught theater and danced over 300 aspiring young artists, including the children of Meryl Streep, Jill Claiborne, Michael J. Fox, Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick, and Tracy Ullman, just to name a few. Locally, she's been in more shows than I can possibly list here, but most recently she played the self-absorbed film star Masha on stage with myself under the direction of Kenny Howard at a mall in Oviedo, where we did Vanya, Sasha, Masha, and Spike. So please welcome the lovely Melanie Veazey.
Hello, Melanie.
Wow, that was quite the introduction.
I know no matter what he says in introductions, it just all seems so important.
And it was so fabulous until the end, where it was, and we did this show, and it was in a mall. It was... I was like, I've done so much in my life, and now I'm doing theater in the mall.
It's wonderful publicity for Penguin Point Productions.
Which is a fabulous theater. We love Penguin Point. Please.
And it was an amazing experience.
Matthew,
really we would have never met.
We would have never met. I would have never gotten to follow Michael Cerveris. Which is,
right.
I mean, you know, I was like very excited to watch and then follow Michael Cerveris. Anyway,
glad to have you. I had never met you until the read-through for Vanya, Sasha, Masha, and Spike, and I just remember sitting there and watching her going, "Oh my God, she's every bit as good as what's her pussy from Broadway."
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver.
Thank you. I think.
And you were. You really were. It was a delight to share the stage with you.
But we're not sharing stages right now. We're all Where are you? Where are you tucked in at?
I am tucked in my office in Maitland, Florida, suburb of Orlando, and have been here for 6 weeks now. Kind of moved everything online. You know, I run a business that I put dance and drama enrichment programs into private schools, and so we've had to move all of that onto Facebook Live and figure that whole thing out. And then I coach voice acting and audition, and those have all become Zoom calls. So within 1 week, I had to reinvent my business.
Yeah.
And very, very stressful. I think so many people have shared that stress of what the heck do I do now? And how is it going to be moving forward? You know, if schools don't open the way they did, can we go back into schools, you know, or who the heck wants to coach online all the time, you know? So,
right. Apparently not you.
Yeah.
From the tone of that statement, we'll assume
Well,
it's
no,
not you.
You know what it is? It's the kids. It's the kids. And, you know, the first week it was exciting. The second week it was kind of still exciting. The third week they're like, oh my God. You know, by last week, I had one kid forget. The other, they were fighting over who was going first because the other one wanted to be outside, you know, and it's hard. It's really hard because we need human interaction.
This is why I try never to work with children.
You have at least one human interaction, right? Who are you tucked in with?
I am sequestered, quarantined with my fabulous husband, Bob Veazey. He is my rock in this time of stress and craziness. He is thankfully working still. He's in the lighting industry, and so he we both work from home, so he he just works away in his office and keeps me very grounded, which is I need that desperately. Otherwise, I'm like this.
So in all the names that Michael was dropping, which is very impressive, by the way,
I know
he didn't mention. I just know because of working with you and hanging out with you that one of your classmates was Billy Porter, and you have some really fun things that I would love for you to share about Billy.
No, I went to Carnegie Mellon and have my BFA in musical theater, and we had such amazing training. We call it boot camp, actually. But in the class below me was Billy Porter, and Billy Porter was we all knew back then that he was going to be famous in some way, shape, or form. But anywhere we were, we all took dance class together. We were in shows together. And in fact, I just pulled out, if we had more time, I have clips of me in the musical with Billy Porter, who's like tearing the stage up, and I'm this little skinny white girl in the corner, with Billy Porter, who's like throwing himself all over the stage. But we always knew he was destined for some sort of stardom. He had his equity card before we even knew what it was, and he has. Not only is he talented, but he's truly a gracious, lovely man. If I have a student that I'm working with and, I can text him or call him and say, will you take a moment after your show? And he'll meet with my students. And so it's nice. I have a nice group of classmates that will always, we all help each other out, which is super cool.
That's fantastic.
Well, people would know it from coming to the show at the mall, but you sing.
They would not know that.
No.
And though I coach singing, I haven't sung on a stage in 3 years. And so when Kenny said, "Will you record yourself singing?" Well, it was a heart attack meltdown, But
yes, I do.
Being the professional that I am, I went through 27 songs before I said, well, I actually filmed one and then I didn't like that. So.
Yes, because you told us you were singing Adelaide's Lament, and that's
I did.
Yes.
I did.
But you changed your mind. So set up, what are we going to see?
I changed my mind because it was obnoxious.
Well, that's what we need.
I know. We need a little, we just had Michael Cerveris, the best singer on the planet. And I love what I do, but I am a comedic, give me an Adelaide, give me a Morticia, give me that type of character, a Masha. There needs to be a musical of Masha. And, there you go. But anyway, so this is from The Pajama Game. It is I saw this show at Carnegie Mellon. I was a freshman and I was running follow spot for it. And I fell in love with it. And it's still such a wonderful, carefree musical about a 7.5-cent raise that all of the workers.
I thought we would make it a little further in this process before we had to start booking spotlight operators, but here you are.
I love the fact that she paid to go to Carnegie Mellon for an MFA and her first year. Even there, they make you do the shit work.
That's right. That was part of we had to do crew.
Yeah, us too.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, so this is just one of my friends is texting me right now. Kim Pazarski, stop that. This song is one of my very favorites. It's kind of a protest too much. I'm not in love, and that's it.
All right.
Okay.
That is
For the
it.
Pajama Game, Rick.
Love? Are you nuts? All you gotta do is say hello to a man, and they've got you whispering in his ear. All you gotta do is be polite with him, and they've got you spending the night with him. If there's a guy you merely have a beer with, they've got you setting the wedding date. It seems they've just gotta have some dirt to bend your ear with. So before you start, I'd herewith state, I'm not at all in love, not at all in love, not I, not a bit, not a mite, though I'll admit he's quite a hunk of guy, but he's not my cup of tea, not my cup of tea, not he, not an ounce, not a pinch, he's just an inch too sure of himself for me. Well, I'm sure you've noticed that manly physique and that look in his eye. Well, I'm sure he could cut most any man down to size. He must be as fierce as a tiger when he's mad. And I bet he cries like a little boy when he's sad. But I'm not at all in love, not at all in love, not I, not an ounce, not a hair. I don't care if he's as strong as a lion or if he has the rest of you sighing. You may be sold, but this girl ain't buying. I'm not at all in
Perfect.
Well, we should give a shout out to Jack from our show. She's a marvelous actress as well. She was Sonia. And a surprise for you, one of our fellow castmates who wanted to say hello. Matt?
Oh, I'm just in love.
Hi. Aw. Hi, Spikey.
We're seeing a Matrix thing. Can you hear him, y'all?
Okay.
Oh, hold on. There I am.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely and talented Matthew Buckalew, who played Spike at the mall.
Right
Melanie,
across from the Dollar General.
do you have any idea, Melanie, how jealous I was every night when I had to sit there by Sonia and watch you make out with Matthew?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm really not sorry.
Well,
No, so at first you were so like, oh, I don't know when we're gonna try and do this, and finally it was like, you just guys need to go into the other room and just make out and start feeling comfortable with each other.
We did. And then
No more of that. Yeah.
And then it was fine.
That's
it.
directing advice, and we just decided to go into the other room and get prepared. You know.
Yes.
Yes.
And then we were like, okay, it's been 15 minutes. How prepared are they getting, Kenny?
Oh, stop.
Well, then the first week of rehearsal was
say
like,
anything
stop
about
hanging on
that.
Spike.
I do.
She's a married woman now. Shh.
Yeah, I'm a married woman. Well, you know.
Well, Matthew, for a lot of people, may be new to you because he's a recent graduate of the UCF theater department. And when did you graduate, Matthew? Matthew?
Hello?
Hello, Matthew.
Sorry, I just lost you there.
There you go.
When did you
I got a
graduate
poor
from
connection
UCF?
on this stuff. I graduated last year, actually, 4 days ago, or 4 days until I graduated a year ago. Yeah.
Very good.
So I've been out for a year now.
And right out of the chute, you got cast in.
I got cast in The Line in Winter with Penguin Point Productions. I got a call from Samantha Stern, actually. And I guess someone went down in that show, and I was very thankful to be in that spot because it led me to Vanya and Sonia and Masha and Spike, and that led me to you guys.
Certainly the highlight of your career. And you were working also at Universal Studios at the time. What were you doing up there in entertainment? Yes?
Yeah, at the time, I just graduated, and I was going on a couple different calls and stuff, working at Universal, doing a couple other side gigs. I did a PGA golf shoot as well over the summer, which was really cool. I did another golf fashion show shoot, and then I did a Harley Davidson and a American Crew hair shoot, which was really cool. But I think one of the coolest ways to perform is like just doing exactly what you love. And Harry Potter is something that I like really, really loved. And I got to do Death Eaters at Universal, and I got to be a Death Eater, and that was just something I ate up. Yeah, over in Hogsmeade during October.
Well, that was cool. And were you not friends with a superhero for a while?
Yeah, I'm still friends a little bit with Captain America and Cyclops. Yeah, we like to clean those streets on Marvel Island over there.
Great. Rich, if you would watch the comments, I'm just going to throw this out there, but if someone would comment in I can't see it, but there's running chat, yes? If someone would that they're willing to donate $50, I'll ask Matthew to take his shirt off.
Oh, okay.
We got to get some money.
Oh,
we got to make money.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have seen too much of that.
Yeah,
but if you want to see more, you can follow me on Instagram at Matthew Buckalew.
Right.
All right.
Got the Instagram plug in there.
Well, let me know, Rich, if anyone says so. Melanie, we're going to invite you. Thank you so much for being with us.
You are more than welcome. Love you guys. Matthew, great to see you. And everybody.
Oh, no. Do you watch Tiger King?
Yes.
Did she do it?
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
Good.
100%.
All right.
Please, everybody, give a little money to the URL below. Help all of us continue to be able to perform at some point.
Okay, don't hang up yet, Melanie, because I think you might want to see this. What do you have to say, Rich?
It seems like maybe they thought I was going to take off my shirt, and so nobody's doing anything. So we might have confused them.
Oh, that's awkward.
So we might want to let Melanie go before she gets frightened.
Oh my gosh. Well, you guys are the best. Thank you for having me.
Right.
This was so
Thank you,
fun.
Melanie. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Matthew, what's next for you? Do you know?
I don't know right now. I really don't. I'm actually kind of in limbo right now, I would say, as an artist. I feel like a lot of other people are in the same boat, just trying to figure out how to get your feet on the ground and just do something every day that makes you feel like an artist or makes you feel like you're creating or reading something. I actually just bought a book, an acting book, so I'll start reading that. But I don't know, auditioning via Zoom.
Audition for, right?
Right. Via Zoom as of right now. I mean, I just finished my intensive course at Class Act, so I'm kind of off for the summer right now, looking for other classes. But film and television is something I'm interested in. But I mean, it obviously doesn't beat live theater, and we're just waiting at this point right now for auditions, right? So. Right.
Yeah. Well, I think Kenny and I both agree that you did an amazing job in the show we were on together, and I think you're brilliant, and you've got a big future ahead of you, my friend.
I mean, I can't thank you guys enough, seriously, for being such a great inspiration and opening arms, to keep me on your wing and help me out as much as you guys can. And you guys are so inspiring as artists. I learned so much from you guys. And
sweet.
It's very sweet.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Tiger King?
I did. Yeah. You know what's so funny? I didn't watch it at first. I didn't jump on the train until I heard that it was just like blew up, you know? And then one of my friends, Adonis, shout out to Adonis Perez, he goes, "You remind me of someone on the show," and he's like, "Just watch it, you'll see who." And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." And I started watching it, and it was so funny. I reminded him of Travis.
Who?
What?
Who did he
Travis.
remember?
Travis. You remember that?
The boyfriend?
Husband.
Yeah.
One of the two husbands of the gay guy?
3 husbands.
Of the three or four? I don't know. I lost
Yeah.
count.
I don't think he does either.
Yeah, I can see that now. Well,
Yeah. It was
Well-
so funny.
All right. Well, actually, this just in.
Uh-oh.
There's $75 on the table for me to keep my shirt on and for Matthew to take his shirt off. So
$75, Matthew.
For $75 for the arts, baby.
Ladies, applause, Rich, applause.
Now we can start the interview, right?
Our very first blocking rehearsal.
I think the
well,
camera's
he
off.
takes clothes off
Weird.
throughout the entire show. I don't know, for those of you not familiar with the show. And normally that's something that, we'd eventually work to. And we got to the scene and we were everything just came off. And
that very first rehearsal, you started taking off your clothes and throwing them at me. And I'm like, oh my God, this is only the first rehearsal. I have 3 weeks of this.
Oh my God. All right. I
He
felt
separated
so
4 days.
weird that rehearsal when we were like inching up to it. I was like, okay, here we go. Like, this is where I take my pants off. Well, I take everything off. So I was like, yeah, like, I'm just going to do it. And I did it. And everyone was just like, no, stop. I'm not there. So I was like, what am I doing? I'm just trying to do it. It says it.
I don't think I was like that at all, really.
No, you were the only exception. So
Pom-poms cheering it all along.
Anyway, it was a delightful association. And didn't you have someone you wanted to say hi to?
Yes, my mom. I want to say hi to my mom. I also want to say hello to Maddie McDermott. I want to say hello to him. Love him, Maddie.
All right, and your final words tonight are?
Spike. Also, click on the URL and please promote artists in the area. Seriously, it's hard. It's hard. But thank you again, guys, for having me on here. I love you guys.
Thanks for being a good sport and helping us raise $75.
Yes.
Get out of there.
All right,
Thank you.
you guys.
See you tomorrow.